simply close your eyes, relax, rest in the divine presence, and hold space.
Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Omega Dantaya Vidmahi Vakrajundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Om Vakratundaya Mahakaya Suryakoti Samabhava Nirvigyam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. 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 Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to our weekly online Satsang. The Flowering Heart Satsang is an informal community. The word Satsang means community of truth, but it's wherever 2 or 3 or more people come together that are on the journey of awakening and the flowering of the heart. And we have people who join us from all over the world, other countries and other continents, from various faith traditions and spiritual teachers and teachings and spiritual backgrounds. Everyone is welcome. What we have in common is that we're on the journey of awakening and we're sharing our presence with one another. Our strength is multiplied when we come together, and so satsang, or spiritual community, is just essential. We also share during these satsangs the Flowering Heart Blessing, which is a direct transmission of divine grace, light and love that catalyzes awakening and the flowering of the heart. And the Flowering Heart Blessing is a free gift of divine grace. And so you're receiving it right now. Just drink it in. And if you like it, you're being activated just by receiving it once. And you can just invite the divine by taking an intention to flow the Flowering Heart Blessing through you to others. Here tonight, you could join us in sharing the blessing throughout the webcast with all who join us tonight, with an intention that it will also touch all who view the video recording at any time in the future. Because in spirit, there's no distance and there is no time. It's all here and it's all now. So you could watch this video 10 years from when we're making it. You'd still feel the same presence. Please remember to give us a like or a love if you're on Facebook. If you're on Vimeo, you could just enter a comment in the chat and let us know who you are and that you came. If you give us a like or a love on Facebook, we go in at the end and we can see your names and send you special hugs and blessings. So we appreciate that. What else? Sunday, we had our monthly interfaith communion with the Cosmic Christ, which is just what it sounds like. It's interfaith, it's the Cosmic Christ, and lots of people join us. People of all faiths are welcome. Yesterday, the teaching focused on an introduction to centering prayer, which we did 20 minutes of right in the middle of the communion, and it was just lovely. People had a wonderful time, I think. So all of that was to introduce the practice of centering prayer, which clears obstacles and prepares one to receive the gift of what's called contemplative prayer, the Christian equivalent of meditation, actually. And it's a very powerful practice, something that I've been doing for many years, and I'm happy that at this time we're being invited to share it with whoever's interested. So early in February, we're launching a new book club and a centering prayer group focused on Christian mysticism, meditation, and contemplative prayer. The first book we're going to be using is called Open Mind, Open Heart, written by Thomas Keating. We'll be meeting every Sunday at our center here in Clearwater, Florida, and on Zoom at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for about an hour on a love offering basis. So it's accessible to everyone. If you're interested, email me, Michael, at floweringheart.org to get on the list. And if you buy the book, be sure to get the 2006 20th anniversary edition. The original was published in 1986, and there have been some additions that were included in the 20th anniversary edition, and some things were rearranged. So you'd be confused if you got one of the old ones. So be sure to get the 2006 edition. This is what it looks like now. Although the 2006 20th anniversary edition has had a couple of covers. And so, yeah, as long as it's the anniversary edition, I think you'll be fine. But this is the one they're currently selling. Marvelous introduction to the Christian contemplative tradition. That does not mean we are not going to continue everything we're doing. We'll continue to hold satsangs. We'll have our Wednesday night satsangs here, which are very interfaith and focused a lot on a lot of Eastern spirituality and practices as well. And you're welcome to join us for that too. And down the road, I'm sure we'll be offering the Diamond Heart Quantum Transformation Retreat, which everyone that's done it has just loved it. It is just what it says. It is a quantum transformation retreat, and uses a lot of wonderful tools, including sacred geometry and Tibetan mantra and blessings, to just tune you up, way up. So anyway, I think if you visit our website, you'll get some sense of all the different things we do. We have a healing room. Suzanne does energy sessions. We both offer counseling and energetic transmissions. So feel free to avail yourself of all the offerings that are flowing from Flowering Heart Center here. Last week we had our two dear friends, Frank and Kristen Panic. We're down from Chicago. They are the founders and directors of our sister center, Flowering Heart Center, Illinois. And it's always just such a joy and so empowering when we get to spend a week or so together like that. We miss them already. So come back soon, Frank and Kristen. Anyway, I think that's all the announcements. We'd like to invite you to ask any questions you may have concerning the spiritual journey, awakening, divine union, meditation, previous, current, future lifetimes, timelines, anything you're really curious about that has to do with the spiritual journey. We'd be delighted to bring more clarity and light, which all of us benefit from. So I'd like to give us time to look in our hearts and ask the inner divine, your inner divine, is there something you might ask in the satsang tonight that would be helpful for you and catalytic to our discussion in satsang? And while you do that, I'm going to share 13 quotes with you about our incredible what? Connection to Earth. I draw these brief articles and quotes each week from inspiringquotes.com. Pretty cool website, a group of authors that write these brief articles about interesting things that will really spark you. And then these lists of quotes from influential people of all history and all different walks of life. The author of tonight's contribution is Melanie Davis McAfee. And M. Davis McAfee is a freelance writer, musician, and devoted cat mom of 3. A cat mom. Sounds like our kind of lady.
Melanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat mom of 3, living in Southwest Kentucky. Hi, Melanie. Thank you so much for this article. So here's what she has to say about our incredible connection to Earth, to nature. Earth, probably the only planet, I like the way she put probably. Listen to this. Earth, probably the only planet humankind has ever known in the vast dark expanse of the universe, is estimated to be 4.5 billion years old. We humans, on the other hand, are far younger, with our first Homo sapien ancestors appearing in Africa roughly 300,000 years ago. That leaves a wide berth of more than 4.4 billion years between the inception of our pale blue dot and the start of human existence as we know it. Our beloved planet, which astronomer Carl Sagan famously called, quote, a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam, unquote, is diverse, powerful, and exciting beyond even experts' wildest imaginations. The sheer magnitude of Mother Earth is too gargantuan for our minds to fully comprehend. Nonetheless, humans throughout history have attempted to put words to our unique terrestrial experience and the immense beauty that surrounds us. Here are 13 of our favorite quotes about Earth and nature by humans, including astrophysicists, environmentalists, and poets that leave us full of awe and reverence. So here we go. First one. Everybody has a little bit of the sun and moon in them. Everybody has a little bit of man, woman, and animal in them. Everyone is a part of a connected cosmic system, part earth and sea, wind and fire, with some salt and dust swimming in them. We have a universe within ourselves that mimics the universe outside. Susie Kassem.
It's beautiful.
A lot of these are just gorgeous. Listen. Earth is ancient now, but all knowledge is stored up in her. She keeps a record of everything that has happened since time began. Of time before time, she says little, and in a language that no one has yet understood. Her mud and lava is a message from the past. Of time to come, she says much, but who listens? Jeanette Winterson. I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields that it kisses them so gently. And then it covers them up snug, with a white quilt, and perhaps it says, "Go to sleep, darlings, till the summer comes again." Lewis Carroll. Go to your fields and your gardens, and you shall learn that it is the pleasure of the bee to gather honey of the flower. But it is also the pleasure of the flower to yield its honey to the bee. For to the bee, a flower is a fountain of life, and to the flower, a bee is a messenger of love. Khalil Gibran. The tree, which moves some to tears of joy, is in the eyes of others only a green thing which stands in the way. Some see nature all ridicule and deformity, and some scarce see nature at all. But to the eyes of the man of imagination, nature is imagination itself. William Blake. Live in each season as it passes. Breathe the air. Drink the drink. Taste the fruit. And resign yourself to the influences of each. Be blown on by all the winds. Open all your pores and bathe in the tides of nature, in all her streams and oceans at all seasons. Henry David Thoreau. In the same field, the farmer will notice the crop. The geologists, the fossils. Botanists, the flowers. Artists, the coloring. Sportsmen, the cover for game. Though we may all look at the same things, it does not at all follow that we should see them. John Lubbock. A friend of mine keeps telling me it's obvious, the divine unity of all that is. And yet it isn't obvious to everyone. Looking at the same universe, we see such different things. Look again at that dot that's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was lived out their lives on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Carl Sagan. We may have the impression that somehow man is the ultimate triumph of evolution. That all these millions of years of development have had no purpose other than to put him on Earth. There is no scientific evidence whatever to support such a view, and no reason to suppose that our stay here will be any more permanent than that of the dinosaur. David Attenborough. Gazing at the boundaries of granite and spray, the established sea marks, felt behind me mountain and plain, the immense breadth of the continent before me, the mass and doubled stretch of water. Robinson Jeffers. May your mountains rise into and above the clouds. May your rivers flow without end, meandering through pastoral valleys, tinkling with bells, past temples and castles and poets' towers, into a dark primeval forest where tigers belch and monkeys howl, through miasmal and mysterious swamps, and down into a desert of red rock, blue mesas, domes, and pinnacles, and grottos of endless stone. Edward Abbey. Although the surface of our planet is 2/3 water, we call it the Earth. We say we are earthlings, not waterlings. Our blood is closer to seawater than our bones to soil. But that's no matter. The sea is the cradle we all rocked out of, but it's to dust that we shall go. Tom Robbins. The earth is our origin and destination. The ancient rhythms of the earth have insinuated themselves into the rhythms of the human heart. The earth is not outside us, it is within. The clay from where the tree of the body grows, in contrast to our frenetic, saturated lives, the earth offers a calming stillness. John O'Donohue. It's amazing how these people wax so eloquent when speaking of nature, whether they're a poet or a hardcore scientist like Carl Sagan. It's just beautiful.
What's incredible is how much that conversation has been coming up with different friends and different scenarios about the appreciation of nature and living in balance with nature and things that we could do to be more in balance, and taking time to stop and look at nature from a different perspective. It's been a good meditation.
Yeah. Michael Christopher writes, before coming to this world, do souls intentionally choose a life? If suffering, whether it be materially, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, I almost think you've asked this before.
Someone has recently.
Somebody has recently. Maybe it wasn't you, Michael, but the question comes up a lot. Before coming to this world, do souls intentionally choose a life of suffering? whether it be materially, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally? Probably not. I mean, there's even a question, do souls choose the family they're born into, the life story that they're born into? Most esoteric traditions understand that the reason for most of us to be born on this planet is karma. In India, in the Vedic tradition, Earth is called Karma Bhumi, which means the world of karma. Everything here is cause and effect. This is where we learn very powerfully that whatever goes out comes back, and many times over. Whatever we sow, we will reap. And that's a lesson that some of the traditions, like Buddhism and Hinduism and some others, say takes many, many lifetimes to get it. So, if you end one life and you're looking at coming to this world, would you choose to return to pay off karma or to work out karma? Probably not. If working out your karma involves going through some suffering in life, whether it's materially, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, would you choose that consciously? Some souls would. Some would say, I would go through whatever suffering would be required for me to be a light to the world and to be permanently liberated from the prison of karma. So,
Are you finished? No. Go ahead.
I'm never finished with this question. Go ahead.
I just had a deeper insight because we have had this one come up a lot, but just got a deeper insight. I used to very strongly believe that we chose, our life and our circumstances to work out whatever we didn't complete in previous lives. And I just got this insight that our egos really, really want us to be in control of where we go and what we do and how we do things. And we've learned before, and I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly at the end of life, we have a life review, and we feel so bad. We get to see every hurt that we've caused, everything that we've done, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we feel so bad. We're like, oh my gosh, send me back. I can do better. I can do better. And so part of what gets us back in here could be that we haven't resolved, certain issues or forgiveness or relationships, and we're coming back to remember those and to work on the situations that are going to come up in our lives based on our programs and charges from previous lifetimes. But that's a deeper insight. I'd like to believe that it's all up to the divine where we come back, because the divine knows more than we do. I mean, it'd
more
be like
our egos do.
Yeah,
What's
more than
good
our
for us?
egos, right.
The ego's the problem.
So thank you for asking that question, Michael Christopher, because it's something that I wouldn't have had that insight to before at a different level of consciousness, say a year ago or a few months ago. It's we want so much to be in control, but the best thing to do is just trust that the divine is going to send us where we need to go, and then realize that we have our part to play in working out whatever we didn't work out before, and having our hearts flower and a deeper connection with the reality that the divine is within us and through us and around us and in every person that we encounter, everything we encounter. So that was a good question. Gave me deeper insight.
I've never heard a person that glimpsed the light that didn't want to stay there and wanted to come back to this planet, except for two reasons. What Suzanne just said, I think I could do better if I have another chance. That's a tricky intention, because others would say, apart from grace, you do the same thing over again.
Right.
And keep going till you realize it's grace. But one reason is to finish unfinished business. The other reason is as a bodhisattva, as a liberated being, to come back to this world to help others, because a bodhisattva would say none of us are really fully liberated until we all are, because we're not individual beings. We are a collective being, a single being manifesting itself through 8 billion plus human forms. And if any piece of us is suffering and separated from unity, then there's a part of us that needs help. And so many awakened souls choose to come help. But it seems like most often it isn't our choice. It's the divine's choice, whether we've worked it out and where we come back and what we get to do. So it's a great blessing to be here, though. I mean, it sounds like, this world is full of all kinds of trouble, but some spiritual teachers say souls are lined up across the universe to get into an incarnation here, because while there's a lot of suffering and duality on Earth, Earth presents an opportunity for quantum growth. A soul can go the whole journey to total liberation, to enlightenment and union with Source through one lifetime here on this planet. And so even though there are these other worlds, these planes or dimensions that are higher than this one, none of them present more opportunities for important growth than this one. So there's that too. Well, I'm glad you made it again, Moreya. And blessings and love to everyone who's here. Are there any other questions? We still have time.
I just wanted to share something. Part of my meditation during the week is when, I've mentioned this before, is when I'm out and about. I try and, smile at as many people as I can and make contact and just really feel humanity. And today I was kind of distracted. I was in a hurry, running around trying to get stuff to do, and I was at the grocery store, and I went up to go pay, and she said, "Hi, how are you?" And I stopped, and I realized I was just going to go, "I'm good, how are you?" And I stopped, and I looked at her, and our eyes met, and I smiled, and I said, "I'm good, how are you?" And she got this big smile on her face, and our eyes just locked on each other for a few seconds, and it was like, yes, let's get back to realizing, it's almost making me cry, it's getting back to realizing that we're human. And then I didn't quite learn my lesson after that, and I went to another store, and I was asking where they had moved some section to, and the guy that I was talking to, he looks at me and he goes, "Hello, how are you today?" And I stopped, and I looked at his name tag, and I'm like, "Hi, Reggie, I'm good. How are you doing today?" He said, "I'm good. I'm having a great day." And I said, "That's wonderful. Me too." And he said, it's over here in the store." But I got 2 reminders in like a 30-minute period that no matter how conscious we are, no matter how present we are, we can still get caught up in our minds and what we need to do next. And so I need to get back on my diligence wagon a little bit more and ask for more grace to really start connecting with people, because we all need it so much. Everything is so hectic right now on a certain level. And the more that we can come in peace and, what, a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The more that we can come to our everyday events with peace and consciousness and connection, it's the ripple effect. And I know it's working on some level.
And Maury says yes to that.
Yes.
Before she said that, she said the world is going crazy and doesn't stop. Can it always get worse?
Oh.
I'm an optimist, but ...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, the system that we're living in is corrupt. The whole world's civilization is rooted in competition, which is me trying to do better than you and dominate you and take advantage of you. Competition, conflict, and war, violence. That is human civilization on this planet. In order to go from there to the new Earth that many of you have heard about, a new world which is built upon the foundation of cooperation, not competition, harmony, not conflict, and peace, not violence. For cooperation, harmony, and peace to prevail on this planet, means the old system is going to crumble. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way, but it looks like humanity likes to do this stuff the hard way. So the tower's going to topple. That's not easy, and it's essential that you keep your eyes on the light while that happens. Because while the world around you is falling apart, more and more souls are coming into divine consciousness, into the light, into oneness, into the embrace of this new consciousness of oneness, cooperation, harmony, and peace. There are more and more and more of us. And if you, whatever you set your eyes on will fill your heart and overwhelm you. If you set your heart on the beauty of nature, it will fill your heart and overwhelm you. If you set your heart on the light, it will fill your heart and overwhelm you. If you set your heart on war and corruption and what humanity's doing on this planet right now, it will fill your heart and overwhelm you. So it's where you put your attention. And so rather than put your eyes on the things that are dying and crumbling, put your eyes on the things, the seeds that have been sown and are beginning to sprout and grow. I know it looks like, what are these little teeny sprouts in front of these huge, evil, ancient trees? Well, you just wait and see. Jesus, sort of addressing the power of faith, said, it's like a mustard seed. It's the smallest seed of all herbs. And once it's sown and it sprouts, it becomes the biggest of all the herbs and fills the garden. So I choose to believe that. And that's how I live. And so I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, but just strike the but. I'm an optimist. We're going to make it. And yes, there's going to be some heartache. Human life on this planet, heartache is part of it. Birth and death, at the current time. So get it. Get what you're saying. It's crazy.
But each one of us that, I was off my game today, and that's been my sole meditation when I go out and run errands, is how many people can I spread a ripple effect of peace and love and joy and connection, real connection, especially through the eyes. And I was reminded today that I was off my game, and I was so moved that the divine moved them to pull me back in. It's because one person at a time doing that, and people need to feel loved and cared about, even if it's just somebody walking through the store that they work at. We all need to be valued and appreciated. It's really important at this time that people see that there are those that are out there that still care, that still have compassion, and will take the time to really ask how you're doing and to just say hi or even just a smile. The more of us that are doing that, the more optimism and hope there is, because that place that feels so empty and angry and upset and conflicted inside has a little bit of grace planted like a mustard seed in their hearts. It's like, oh, that person paid attention to me today, and that was really nice. That felt really good.
The more he said, I do that every day in Twitter with posts. Oh, X Twitter. Yeah. Good, yeah.
Beautiful.
The internet presents, our electronic media presents huge possibilities for beaming light. I mean, we can just do that in meditation and prayer. The Flowering Heart Blessing will reach to the other side of the earth in an instantly. But people need to know they're being loved and paid attention to, and that blessings and prayers are being sent. That's lovely. Okay, it is time to close your eyes if they're still open. Close your eyes and invoke the divine presence within you. This divine presence who dwells everywhere, but most importantly for you, the fullness of the divine dwells within you, at the center of your being, and it is pure, unconditional love and mercy and healing and grace. It's all knowing. There are no secrets you've been able to hide from this world. It knows everything about you and everything you will ever do. And it loves you regardless, just as you are. And this presence yearns to draw you into the full experience of union, of oneness with itself. Thus, freeing you from all suffering rooted in separation, duality, division, a sense of distance from the divine. There's no such thing. There is no distance in spirit. And this presence is just awaiting your consent, your permission to free you, to love you, to bless you, to fill your life with abundant spirit, soul, body relationships, to flood you with light from the inside out, enlightening, illuminating your spirit, clearing your soul of mental debris, emotional debris, programming, wrong thinking, flood your soul with inspired thoughts, ideas, words, your body, healing, transformation, your relationships. The divine wants to heal them and make them right, and use you as a lighthouse, grace for the world. So, just say yes in your heart and drink in the blessing. You don't even need to ask, the divine already knows. Just receive. surrounds us. Sitting in a circle together, with your eyes closed, lift up your hands with your palms open, facing forward, and just let the divine pour through you the flowering heart blessing to all the others in the circle as it flows through them back to you. Visualize in the center of our circle that beautiful blue dot Carl Sagan spoke of, the translucent living planet Earth. And let us take a strong intention together for the divine to pour through us healing for the earth, an awakening to love and peace for all the human beings throughout the world, to flood every human heart with the light of awakening, unconditional love, and peace that surpasses all understanding. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now you can relax your hands, and when you're ready, open your eyes and begin to make direct eye contact with Suzanne and or me. Just keep gazing at least one of our eyes as we dive into the light meditation. In this meditation, Suzanne and I are flooded with oceans of grace and love and light that pours through us to you, especially through our eyes, the doorways of the soul. Just keep looking. There's nothing for you to do but look and receive the light that streams out through our eyes, into your heart of hearts, causing the light, awakening, flames of divine love to grow brighter and brighter and brighter. close your eyes now. Meditate with us for a few more minutes as the grace settles meditating as long as you wish. Or you could find a place to lie in Shavasana. Shavasana is the yoga pose. It's, I think, the easiest one. Just find a comfortable place to lie on your back with your eyes closed, your arms loosely at your sides, with your palms open, turned up. And just let yourself dissolve in the presence of gratitude. We love you very much.
Much love, light, and blessings.
Until we meet again, know that we behold the divine within you, and we bow to you. Namaste.